Okay, today I'm going to explain to you the assignment that you have for science. You have an assignment in biomimicry. We have already talked about this. Biomimicry is when we copy nature to solve a human problem. Like, for example, when we copy how birds fly to make airplanes. Okay, so this is what you have to do. First, you have to watch the video of the text, Amazing Animals. Then you're going to pick an animal from the story. Choose one of the body parts that the animal has and copy it to make an object to solve a human problem. For example, people copy the way birds fly to make airplanes. Draw a picture of your invention on the next Jamboard. Explain what your invention does and which part of the animal helped you come up with the idea. So when you go to the next frame, these are the animals that I want you to choose from a polar bear, an elephant, a duck, a giraffe, and a camel. If you remember in the story, the polar bear uses the fur to keep warm and to camouflage. Camouflage is that it uses it for hiding, okay? And then we have the elephant who has the tusk and the trunk. The tusk, the elephant uses the tusk to cut bark and the trunk to drink water. So think of something that you can come up with from the polar bear's fur and do an invention. Maybe, I don't know, maybe you can create a blanket that is like the fur of the polar bear and it keeps you warm. Or maybe from the tusk of the elephant, you can make like a sword to cut in the shape of the tusk that helps you cut trees or something. Whatever you come up with is your own imagination. The duck, the web feet that it uses for swimming, or the beak of the duck. Think of an invention that you can come up with that looks like the beak or the feet of the duck. How about the giraffe, the long neck of the giraffe? It uses it to reach for high leaves on high trees. So think of something, an invention that acts like that. Or the hump of the camel, where the camel carries things in the hump. Or the eyelashes, the big eyelashes that the camel has to protect it from the sand and the sun in the desert. So think of an invention, something that you can make that resembles that part of the animal. So here on this, you're going to click on the animal that you pick, and then you're going to move it under the animals to show me which animal you picked. Okay? And then you have to tell me what body part are you using to help you create your invention. So you're going to use a sticky note, and then on the sticky note you can write um, the polar the polar bear fur. The polar bear's fur. So you take the sticky note and you put it under here. So you have the polar bear fur, and then you have the picture of the animal, okay? So here you're letting me know what are you going to use, the polar bear's fur, okay? Then on the next one, you're going to draw your invention. You're going to take the pen. You can use this one. Maybe you want your invention you can use the black. And maybe I want to make a coat that resembles the fur, the polar bear's fur. So I draw a coat. Okay, try not to do the same thing that I'm doing. This is just an example. So I mean, try to do it the best. I know that it's hard on this thing to draw, but try to draw it the best way you can. So I'm drawing a coat, okay? Now I'm going to write here coat. I made a coat that resembles the polar bear's fur, okay? And what can I do with it? And I'm going to take a sticky note and I'm going to write this coat can keep me warm like the polar bear's fur is white, so I can hide in the snow. Okay, so you're gonna take the sticky note and you're going to put it under here. Okay, and that's it. That's the whole project. Okay, this is gonna count like a test grade, so make sure you do your best. Okay, and return it to me. Make sure you do this because it's gonna count like a test grade. Okay, so go ahead and get started.